Hi, Stuart Barn here, and this is video 9 in a series on how to improvise on guitar. In this video, I just have one simple message: learn more scales and arpeggios. We're playing over an A7 chord throughout this series, and I've been using the A minor pentatonic scale for the most part, and it sounds fantastic. There's no doubt about it. It's probably the most important scale. It's certainly one of the most commonly used scales, but there are others. So let's just quickly go through a few other options. So again, A7 in the background. Here's our A minor. Works fine. What about A major pentatonic? That sounds great too. What about a 7-note scale? Well, we have Mixolydian. A Mixolydian works beautifully, perfectly over an A7. Sounds like this. What about an arpeggio? Well, we're playing over an A7, so an A7 arpeggio is a perfect fit as well. It's the same notes. What about something a bit more adventurous? Well, you can superimpose an arpeggio. This means playing, quote, the wrong arpeggio. One that works beautifully over an A7 is C sharp minor 7 flat 5. Sounds like this. So those are a few options. Now, how do you know which scales to use over certain chords? It's not obvious. The answer is really you have to learn about how music works, which means that you have to learn music theory. Now, at the time of doing this video, I haven't done a series on music theory, but I will. For the moment, why not just try some of the scales that I talked about there? So, get an A7 backing. Don't have a backing track where there's lots of chord changes, because that complicates the issue. Obviously, if you know your music theory really well, then go for it. If it's not clear to you how to apply certain scales to certain progressions, just have one chord. So A7, try A minor pentatonic, shape 1. Try A major pentatonic, shape 1. Try A Mixolydian, shape 1. Try A7 arpeggio, shape 1. That will do fine. If you want to try over a minor or a minor 7, well, minor pentatonic again, but also try Dorian, shape 1. So A Dorian over an A minor or A minor 7. Make sure you apply the same aspects of improvising that we've covered in the previous videos as well. So phrase, even with an A7 arpeggio, which is only 4 notes really, you can still come up with interesting phrases. So you can still make it rhythmically interesting. You can obviously vary the dynamics. You can do long notes. You can do whatever you like. So maybe have a quick glance through the previous videos if you need a reminder. So I hope that's helpful. Give it a go, get in your practice routine, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. If you want to get in touch on Facebook or Twitter, I'll leave the links down below. See you in part 10.